Okay. Okay, now, you had a chance to talk to your attorney, of course. And when, I'm gonna take you back to, the apartment, Desiree's apartment, and you had your fight, and everybody was out there. What was being said to one another? When you had the fight with Zachary? Was any words being exchanged?
No, like I told you, I went inside and then I came back out. My friends jumped out the car. Because Zachary and them were coming out their house to come to my house now. Well, my cousin and them seen them coming out the house, they put two and two together. We're over there for a reason, you know? Came over to see what they wanted. Well, I'm in the house, I come back outside, everybody's already in the yard. My friends jump out and their friends jump out.
Yeah, but when you guys were beating one another and everybody says when you said that's it, and he said that's it, and then you kicked him one last time, and everybody started separating, what was being said? What, was Roman saying anything toward you, saying anything toward
He just
Zachary?
left. I go out. I thought we were all gonna supposed to go back in the house. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I was like, we're done. You guys good? You good? They're good. You know, we're no more. So we're like, okay.
Was Zachary saying anything to anybody?
I don't recall it. If anybody, you know, I was in the moment, the adrenaline was pumping. I don't know if I heard anybody saying anything, but they left. Roman and whoever left, Marcos and them all took off running out the yard. Well, I retrieved back, me, John, Des and their friend to pull me. I'm just looking at everybody just kind of scramble. I didn't recall anybody really saying anything, not from what I caught.
Okay. And Jorge or George, was he saying anything that you could recall?
No, can I recall? I can't recall really if they were saying anything to us or their sisters and mom. I know his mom and sister were yelling at us and they were yelling at them. Get the fuck, you know, they were yelling. I know the girl, I could hear girls screaming. That's all mostly. It wasn't no dude screaming, it was more.
Lorraine or Stephanie?
Both of them. They were mad because what happened. Des was screaming back at them. He was, get the fuck, let go. You know, I heard them screaming. They were mad about the whole thing that happened because of a fight, and then we kind of overpowered them, you know. We overpowered them. They didn't, you see your son getting beat up and your boyfriend, your brother, you're going to be screaming stuff and get the fuck off and you fucking put, you know, stuff like that. They were on that level, but while we was fighting, I don't recall maybe fuck pussy, you know, hitting and maybe saying shit like that, but as of like taunting each other, you mean, or something? I don't know.
Or amongst yourselves, was anybody laughing about what happened?
Not gonna recall. No.
Did Marcus jump in and fight too?
He was kicking somebody. I seen him just kicking somebody. I seen Johnny choking out George.
Yeah.
And then Roman was like arguing with Stephanie and dancing with some other dude. I just kind of had Zachary's hair in a bundle like wrapped around my hand and I was hitting him. And then Des and them were pulling me off. That's when I kind of woke back up into it. Like, whoa.
Did you notice that Roman lost his glasses at some point?
I didn't see him right after that. I didn't see him after that.
Well, yeah, except
until
the shooting. When he stepped out of the car, was he wearing glasses?
I don't recall. It was a distance away. I just know it was him.
Okay.
What he was wearing. And
What type of glasses was he wearing that night?
Thick black ones.
Black, brown frames, dark?
Dark frames, like kind of thick.
Thick on the side, square lenses?
He always wears it. Kind of like the ones he wears now.
Yeah.
Kind of just like that. I didn't know he lost his glasses.
Yeah. So, when you went back into the house, okay, after the shooting, and you went back in, did you place a call to anybody, or could you have placed a call to someone?
I might have placed a call to Roman to see where he was headed, what happened, where's he going, you know, what happened with him.
Did you ask him to come back and get you out of there?
No, I did not ask him to come back to get me. I think I do recall having a conversation. I think he went on a high-speed chase that night, in that car.
Afterwards?
Cause I called him, he's like, I ditched the car or some shit. I'm gone, homie, I'm
He
gone.
ditched the car?
And I was like, well, what do you mean? He's like, I'm good, homie, I'm good. I'm like, are you good? What's up?
How?
He's like, what, are you good? He's trying to question me, are you good? Are you good? I'm like, no, not now because there's cops everywhere. He's like, oh, well, I'm good, homie. I'm good, I'm gone. I'm pretty sure he went on a high-speed chase, ditched the car. From what I recall, he went on a high-speed chase, I think, and ditched the car.
Okay, and who placed the call to have Donnie and them come over?
It had to be Marcos. It obviously was Marcos. You know what I'm saying? Marcos called him.
You never called the Marcos even though it's on your phone? Could you have called Marcos that night?
Well, Marcos was in the house.
Not Marcos, excuse me, Donnie. They have
I
him.
called Donnie. I don't recall.
Did
calling
you
him.
ever tell him, give Donnie a call? Have him get over here and get us out of here?
No. I did not call Donnie at all. That was their little plan. That was their, I guess, their own little plan or whatever. Marcos wanted to get out. I knew we were done. He ain't gonna beat the law. There's all kinds of cops outside. I don't care what you're gonna do to distract them. They're not getting go. You're there. The main events here, they'll just chase that out of the scene. I knew I didn't call nobody to town come shoot up at the cops or whatever. I don't know if my phone shows them me making calls to Donnie, but I'm pretty sure, I'm positive almost, that I didn't call Donnie or Salazar. Donnie's trying to cover for his brother, because if you notice, me and Marcos kind of had like the same name. Marcos, Marcus, Marcos.
Yeah.
My name was getting brought up a lot. That's why when you guys were asking me a lot of stuff, I was kind of like big on me all for Marcos and shit. I'm going down for some of Marcos. And when you guys were asking me about stolen cars and stuff, I was like, my name's Mark, but that's Mark, the other Mark shit. I'm not gonna throw him under the bridge, you know what I'm saying, right away? But I never called Donnie and told him to ever. When he says I called Salazar, remember Donnie on the Discovery says I called Salazar, Mark called Salazar. I never ever once in my life called Salazar. You could see my phone records would never show I called Salazar. I never had that kid's number.
Did you ever use,
Marcos' phone or anything?
Yeah.
No. Why would I use his? I have mine. I never ever called Salazar for no reason ever. I didn't communicate with him ever like that.
did you hear the conversation that Marco Strome was having with these guys?
No, not until like,
Where was he in the house and where were you at the
he
house?
was in the back room with Monica and me and Dez is trying to open the door for the call. I'm trying, oh babe, you know, I'm trying to see out the window, see what's going on. He's in the back trying to get way out, I guess. I just told him, shut your phones off, shut up and be quiet. That's our distraction. We're just gonna go with that, you know, that's my plan every time, just shut the phones off, turn off the lights, TVs, and that's exactly what I did. He's in the back room, that's why I was getting mad at him, shut your phones off. I'm hearing him beep and buzz and texts is coming in, Monica's talking to him, Dez is talking, my phone's off. That was the whole, I shut my phone off, I'm pretty sure. My phone, I might have called Roman like I told you and talked to him, I think I did, or
After the
after the
shooting?
shooting or something. But I never called Donnie or John Salazar, not once. I had Donnie's number in my phone, so it should show if I called him. I'm pretty sure I didn't call Donnie though. I'm positive almost. Donnie saying that I called Salazar, well, I would have his name under there, Little John. Obviously, that's what we called him, right, Little
Yeah.
John? I had everybody else's name under there, what they had under. So if I placed a call to John, like Donnie saying I did, his name would pop up in my phone somewhere. Everybody on my phone you see is listed. You never just see a 72029 with something number.
When you, so you do admit, if I get this straight, after the fight, you did place a call to
Roman, maybe.
Roman to
Yes.
come back.
No, I'm not to come back. After the fight,
After the fight,
yes, I did tell him to come back.
okay, and then you had another conversation with him on the phone briefly after the shooting. And what was said between you and Roman at that
I
time?
called him like, what's up, what's good? I think he called me or I called him. One of us called each other.
I think that's what it's showing.
I think he might have called me. And I was like, what's up, where you at? Where you at? I'm gone, homie, I did. I think he just said, we went on a spuzz, I ditched the car, I'm gone, I'm good. Are you good? I'm like, no, the fucking cops are here. He's like, well, are you good? I'm like, well, babe, I'm good, I'm all right, you know what I'm saying? But the cops are here. I'm done, basically. He's like, well, I'm good, homie, I'm gone.
When he's talking about I'm good, he's trying to make sure that you're not hit from one of the rounds or something.
Are you good? Or is everything cool with you? Are you alright? Are you surviving? Or you need anything? Or, basically trying to just, are you okay? Is everything good with you? Is everything under control now? Yeah, I told him I'm good, but the cops were there. What can I do? He ain't gonna come and distract me.
And I know that there was some time before law enforcement actually entered that residence and pulled you out. At what point did Roman call you again to say that he ditched the car? What was that conversation that you had with him with the high-speed chase, or?
Just like maybe 5-10 minutes after. 10 minutes after maybe.
Because he didn't ditch the car for hours.
Oh, he didn't?
No.
Well, I just know, maybe it might have been hours. Like I told you, I was on ecstasy, I was a little, drinking, I was smoking. Time's just going by. I don't know how long we were in the house. They said we were only in there for an hour and a half or something, but I thought, from what I remember him saying, we went on a high-speed chase, he's ditching the car. He ditched the car. He might have been, I'm on my way to ditch the car, but obviously he lost the cops and he ditched the car. I knew he would ditch the car, that's all. So if he ditched it hours afterwards, that was his plan the whole time then.
That, you talk about when you went back in and the kids were removed, at that point, you really started losing your senses.
Yeah, I knew I was caught.
But is there a possibility that you could have placed a call to Donnie or Little John?
I didn't have number. I never had John Salazar's number.
Okay.
Angelo Bravo's number, if you check my phone, I got his number that day for the first time. Because he called me and it did pop up, a 720 number. Maybe 8 o'clock in the morning, if you go check my phone, 8 o'clock in the morning that day, it'll show just a number. Everybody on my phone is by name. I have them all by name and ringtone. So when somebody calls, I don't even gotta look at the name. I'll hear the ringtone. Okay, that's old girl, or that's my brother. That's somebody I know, oh, that's my grandma. Dear Mama song by Tupac was my grandma, and certain songs meant something for some certain people. And I had everybody listed as a name. Angelo called me that day from a number, it was just a number. Hello. Who's this? I didn't know who it was. John Salazar, I don't got his number in my phone at all. I'm positive about that. I don't got his number. Donnie saying I called him, we made distraction. No, Marcos called, probably John made the distraction. Okay, we'll call little Donnie while you're going with him, do this, this, and that. He might have used my phone. There's maybe a possibility, but from what I remember, no, he didn't use my phone. I'm pretty sure he had his own phone.
Okay.
But I didn't place no call to Donnie. I have Donnie's number in my phone. It says Marcos' brother, Marcos' Sal, Marcos' home, Marcos' other brother or something. I had like 4 numbers for Marcos. If it shows on my phone that I called Donnie, I didn't call him. I never talked to the kid. He's trying to cover for his brother. Wouldn't you try to cover for your brother? Yeah, Mark called and said, come to do this. I never talked to Salazar besides only when Marcos bring him around. That's the only time I ever conversated with that kid. I never had his number. I had no intention to ever do anything with him on the side. I had nothing for the kid, you know what I'm saying? He was with Marcos, that's part of your crew. I dug Angelo and Marcos' other brother, Eric. Those are the only 2 I met a little bit more than anybody else.
After the shooting, kids are gone, you guys are back in there, police are surrounding the place. What was being talked amongst everybody?
It was just like everybody was in chaos. Dez was on, I'm gonna open the door and talk to him. I'm like, no, just shut up, sit down. Marcos is like, we need to get out of here, fool. We need to deal, we need to go, we need to get to the BMW. It's surrounded, there's cops by it. What do you mean we need to get to it? Johnny's just following along, just kind of just there. Monica, I see she's on her phone going 90, texting and doing stuff. She ain't listening to me, shut your phone off. I just go into the room and I'm paying attention to outside and see what's going on out there. I know they're conversating, they're all having their own thing, I'm just keeping Des from the door. I don't want her to go outside because they're gonna come rushing in. I got the gun on my waist. I know I got the gun, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I can't hide it nobody, I know that house is gonna get flipped. If they don't come in, then we gotta wait, If they ain't there, we can't go in. Which was a possibility, but I'm pretty sure they were gonna come in eventually. That's why I was just like, forget it. I popped the other pill XC I had in my pocket because I was having a couple in the bathroom. I ate a couple. I put some in my pocket.
Who gave that to you, by the way?
SK's homie, my cousin SK. SK was at the playground that night, but one of his friends he was with.
Manuel or
Martin. Martinez.
Okay, he was at the Palladium.
That's why I usually pop XC with, but yeah, that bag full. I reached in there and he's like, oh, chill out, you know? Oh, these are the homies. Well, you need a couple $100 or something? What? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, you know, just get some pills. Like, here. Marcos took one, I took one, Roman took one, my cousin, SK, and his homies, and then took some. I threw a couple in my pocket for extra, you know?
Why didn't SK go down there with you?
He was supposed to. He was supposed to. A lot of more people were supposed to go, like Angelo was supposed to go, Donnie and all them were supposed to go too. SK, his friend Grumpy, all kinds of them were supposed to come. We were supposed to just go back to the house. I wasn't going back to start a big old fight.
Yeah.
I was going back. I got people, bro, if you want to take it there, we could take it there. But if not, I'm cool with that too. You could cop deuces, I'll cop deuces. You go about your business, I'll go about my business. I'm more about peace than anything. You're my neighbors, I'm living here, you're living there, I'm on the run, I don't want no police contact. So my intention was to show them, I got people, if you want to get your people, then get your people.
But if they wanted to throw down, you were willing
I
to
was
throw
willing
it
to throw
down?
it down.
No matter what it took, if they were going that route?
Then I was going that route, I'm gonna defend myself regardless. But
Okay.
I'm positive I did not make no calls. I didn't make no calls to Donnie or Salazar, and I never made a plan for them to come and break me out anyways and make a distraction. I'm pretty sure that was all their plan. I might have heard them talking about, Marcos was talking on his phone like, hey fool, my brother just got shot. How the fuck did he just get shot? I'm thinking, where did he get shot at? Is there another incident going on with them somewhere else? Did they in a party somewhere? I didn't catch on until after I woke up after the hospital that this all happened like that. I was like, well, what the fuck? He got shot. I didn't hear no shootings outside the front house after we were in the house. Like I told you, I kind of got a little drunk, I was feeling woozy. I just laid down and closed my eyes. It was all bad.
So, Outcast. Again, explain to me who Outcast
That's
is.
Dez's cousin. She
Des-
wanted to introduce me a couple times. She was cooking dinner and, hey babe, come over. My cousin Outcast is gonna eat some burritos with us or something. All right, I'll be there. Well, I ended up not going.
Okay,
I never
now
met them.
Outcast, my understanding with Outcast, and now that's kind of ringing a bell with the cousin. Cousin is in the same group as
My cousins.
our brother Ramon.
No. Ramon's just from the north side. My cousin SK and his twin brother and their brothers. and all
Okay,
that.
SK's the one that bangs with Outcast.
Yes.
Okay, well, and that's
And Roman knows Outcast. I don't know how Roman knows him, but Roman ended up knowing the dude in the long.
Okay,
He has the guns. They clarify that he took care of them. I'm
Outcast.
pissed. Like, you heard me. Don't give him to Roman. That fool got some shit.
Yeah.
He's stupid. Don't give shit to him. Don't give that fool nothing. I was kind of more happy that her cousin got him because I don't know him, and I'm pretty sure he's a smart dude. He's gonna do the right thing with it. If he's, he's up there in the ranks, like you saying. Pretty sure he knows what to do with it. Well, I'm still kind of pissed. Like, you should either gave it to one of my cousins or my brother or somebody, not somebody I don't know. That's what I was kind of mad about. And she's like, well, he's gonna give it to Roman anyways. And then when she said that, I was like, no. He's gonna give it to Roman anyways. Or your cousin SK. Well, I'm thinking SK gets it, SK might just keep it, get rid of it eventually. Roman gets it, he's gonna run around stupid with it and probably get caught with it and all kinds of stupid shit. I didn't want Roman nothing to do with that. But somehow SK and Roman connected and he got introduced to Outcast. And they kinda all agreed to do whatever they did with it. I still don't know what they did with it. And I don't know if he gave it to Roman and Roman got rid of it, or he gave it to my cousin SK and he got rid of it, or if Outcast got rid of it. All of my cousin delayed a message to my brother Ramon, because my brother Ramon talked to SK trying to get the gun. My brother was originally trying to get him, because those were my belongings, and you guys had nothing to do with it. My brother's trying to get rid of it and whatever.
but these are the same guns that you're sharing with everybody else.
Yes. So they're thinking, he's my cousin, I could get it from him, he won't trip. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking, oh, it don't matter, it's ours, it's within us. Just give it to me.
But where did you get those guns?
From Roman's brother's friend. And other ones just came from burglaries, from other people. A-Rec had a couple, sold them to Roman, and they exchanged guns, and it was just like a big old getting lucky days, basically, real shit. It's not like we didn't go rob a gun store or nothing. It was just dudes were breaking into cars and finding guns under the seat. A break into a house and found a gun, maybe, you know, or it was just guns were popping up left and right.
So SK and Outcast are from the same
Click.
clique, and that's Northside.
Yes, NSM.
And Northside Mafia.
Mafia.
So they're also associated with Ambrose Cruz.
Yes. Well, I don't know if he knows them, but there's NSMs that don't know each other, but they're all real
Really?
shit. Yeah. There's a lot of NSMs like, oh, I'm from NSM, like in the joint.
Yeah.
People come all day. There's dudes that done 16, 17 years in the joint that's heard of me, and I've never heard of them. Like, oh, what's up? You're with you? Like, I heard about you. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, positive or negative. You know, what do you got to say? That always scares me. Oh, I heard about you. What would you hear? Who's speaking on me? Oh, what do you, or dudes are always coming in like, hey, this dude's from the north side, or this dude's from some, oh, okay, I never met you before. Oh, I'm from NSM. There's dudes that been NSM for 20 years that are, oh, I never heard of you. All the time. So I don't know if Ambrose knows Outcast, but I think SK and Ambrose might know each other.
Okay, and then you got Ramon, which is your brother.
Yes.
He knows all these guys.
He don't know Outcast, but he knows SK, he knows Roman, he knows.
Then why was Ramon and SK visiting Outcast looking for Desiree?
Cause SK was with they're with my cousin. We're kind of close through marriage through cousins, us cousins.
Yeah.
Well, SK wanted to get the gun from him, so my brother knew for sure it was gone. Well,
So
Outcast just said, we got rid of it, it's done. My cousin's like, okay. That was the issue at first. We're like, all right, it's cool, it's good. Well, after a while, SK wanted the gun. They wanted the guns just so they could keep the guns, you know what I'm saying? We want the gun, give us the gun. SK wanted the gun. I was happy if it was gone. As long as it was gone, I didn't have nothing to do with it no more. That's all I cared about. When Dad said she gave it to her cousin, I was kind of mad at her. Why are you gonna give it to somebody I don't even know?
But I'm talking about even after the guns were gone and after this case was already built. Sometime recently, probably in the last couple of months. My understanding that SK and Ramon met up with Outcast looking for Desiree.
From what SK's been on the run. He's gone. He's been on the run for a
Well, this is before he got
Before all
into
that?
yeah.
Okay, I don't.
Why would they be looking for Desiree?
Bro, I don't got nothing. Des did the right thing. She ain't really, I've read from what I've read, she's telling what I'm telling you right now, the truth. All the truth. While she kind of bent some corners and tried to throw Roman under the bus, or me, and saying that we had the guns and I hid the guns in the house or whatever. No, I had the gun on me the whole time. That's why I got all scared when you guys were talking to me. Your partner kept saying, everybody's putting a gun in your hand. We got everything, you're going down. I freaked out. That's when I was like, well, do whatever you're gonna do. That's when the attitude came in, because I thought I was caught. I thought I was running. I blacked out. I was out completely. Des got the gun, hid it. I don't know where the fuck she hid it. She said she just hid it in the room under the carpet. I'm thinking, oh, the room's big. I don't know how she hid it. All I know is that she said she gave it to him later. I got nothing against Des. Des still throws letters here and there at me. I could bring them if you want me to on the next time. Des writes me, I'm sorry about everything that's happened with us. I never meant nothing.
When was the last time you got a letter from her?
October maybe.
Okay.
I got a letter for like right before Halloween. Hey, I don't know if you know, but I'm getting charged too with stuff. I bonded out, I'm on bond, we're not supposed to have contact, but how can I? I still love you, I care for you. She throws little notes and stuff still too. I care for her daughters, bro. I don't want nothing bad to happen to Des. But at one point in time, I told my brother, if you see Des, you need to talk to her. What the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? Why did she just run out my life like that? I cared for her. I cared for her kids. Her kids appreciated me. I appreciated her when she, took me in, looked out for me and stuff. I don't want nothing bad to happen to Des. I don't wish death upon nobody, not even my worst enemy, or prison or anything. That's just a messed up situation. But why are you gonna lie? Why are you lying and saying that my cousins and my brother got the guns? You had the guns. You know you had the guns the whole time. Don't try to throw my brother involved because he didn't get involved at all. My brother Ramon has nothing to do with this. He's just there for me. I told him to try to get him. He tried. He couldn't get him.
Okay, you tried to get them from Outcast?
Outcast.
Okay, who went into the building to get the guns?
What building?
The apartment, Desiree's apartment.
Nobody. She had them the whole time. After you guys were done searching, she just went home and got it. If you guys,
Well,
when I left Jefferson County, you guys had no access to me no more. I was in Denver.
Yeah.
They don't record over there. They say they do.
well, they do.
They do. Well, you guys would have my phone recordings then.
I have some of them, yes.
Well, then you should know from right there. Des said she hid them under the carpet. She told me right there over the phone. She had them. She got rid of them. She threw them in a pillowcase. She gave them to her cousin.
What did Outcast do with them?
I don't
You
know.
gave them an SK?
Well, that was the whole plan. I was like, well, my brother had access to SK. Roman's missing in action. You gotta think Roman's trying to lay low, but he's talking to SK from time to time, you know, hey, what's going on, get that heat. He's worried too now. He wants the gun. So he's throwing heats at SK. You know the dude, you need to introduce me, we need to get it from him. Well, I'm telling my brother the same thing on this other end. Hey, fool, you need to find out where that shit went and get it, you know? I don't want nobody else having it. Well, it comes to be, Roman hooked up with SK, tried to get it from the Outcast. I was like, well, I'm gonna give it back to Des. I'm just gonna give it back to Des. I don't wanna give it to either one of you, you know what I'm saying? It's not my place to give it to you. I'm gonna give it back to her and let her make a decision. That was the story. Well, to come to be, after everything was said and done, SK, my brother's getting a hold of SK like, hey, you need to introduce me to this dude because I wanna get it now. SK's like, it's already taken care of. It's gone. That's my word, you know? My brother took his word for it.
Why would Outcast contact Desiree not too long ago saying that Ramon and SK is looking for her?
Ain't nobody trying to harm Des. I wrote Des and I told her I'm sorry for everything that I caused you. I never meant no harm. I did write Des's boyfriend because he's trying to throw bad blood on
When
me.
was this?
I don't know, like August maybe. I wrote him in August. He's trying to throw me and my brother's name and say that we were disrespectful, we threw his kids under a bus like that, you know what I'm saying, and got his kids and his lady all involved in shit, we're pieces of shit. He's speaking bad on us. Well, his friends, he's in the circle with all the mafias. Her baby's dad.
Yeah.
So all his little homies are coming back to the pen right now. Hey, damn, fool, that fool Pose is talking bad about you. Randy's just hating on you, fool. I'm like, what do you mean? He's hating on me because his kids used to talk about me. Dad still, while she was telling on me, like not really telling, just telling you guys what happened, she was sending me money. She was phone calls, letters every week. She just fell off. I stopped talking to Des maybe July. I stopped talking to Des. She went to court and seen another girl at court. That's what stopped the whole conversation with me and her. Other than that, if she didn't see that other girl at court, she was probably
But
still.
what was the thing in October that you mentioned?
I stopped talking to her. We just stopped talking. That's when I seen her.
Was it July or October?
In October, or not, July, I had court in Denver.
Yeah.
She wasn't supposed to go to court. Erica comes to all my courts. Well, Erica came, she was waving, Des was in the back. Erica's waving, blowing me kisses and stuff. Des sees it, she starts tripping. I'm done with you, you sorry motherfucker, I knew it. You're gonna have me and some other bitch at your court. She just starts going off on me. That's when I took Des, I'm like, what do you mean? That's my, because Caleb's girlfriend was there too that day.
Yeah.
I'm like, I introduced you to Caleb's girlfriend, that's Caleb's girlfriend. But it was her friend, Zena's friend. I'm like, that's Caleb's girlfriend, that I introduced you to her, I ain't with her. No, her little friend, you know, she caught on. She caught me.
But that was back in July, but you mentioned something in October.
She wrote me just out of the blue. She's like, I'm probably the last person you want to hear from or whatever, but life goes on or whatever. She's like, I miss you, I care for you still, and I'm sorry about everything, but I thought I'd video and let you know I'm getting charged too. I had a bond out of Denver County. I was in there for a little, or Jefferson County. She kind of explains to me, my life was going so good, and then just it wrecked, and I don't know what happened. This is so stressful. She's just telling me stuff like that. I know you probably don't wanna hear from me, but if you wanna write me back, then write me back at this address. I wrote her back, hey, what's up, I apologize, I'm sorry for all the things I've put you through. I've never meant to cause no harm to you and your daughters. I appreciate everything you've done for me. I'm sorry this ever took place. Tell your family I'm sorry for all the tragedy and the pain and stuff I've put them through, and your grandma and everything. I know everybody probably thinks I'm a monster, but that was never my intention, Tess. And she probably has that letter. You could probably ask her for it, and she has it. Because I just wrote that like November, maybe December, and I sent that to her. And that's all I ever told her. And it's my handwriting and everything. But I've never had anybody try to go after Des.
Okay, no form of communication while you've been incarcerated. At any point, have you contacted your brothers or your cousins or anybody affiliated with?
I just told my brother, if you ever see Des or whatever, you need to sit down and talk to her and let her know what the fuck's going on. What the fuck's going on, you know what I'm saying? I need to know what she thinks about everything and what's going on. Why is she burning bread on me?
Okay, do you realize that you can't have any form of communications with?
I just told him, if my brother, I didn't tell him ever to go look for her, go put a message out or anything. I said, she goes to bars, my brother goes to bars, you know, I know she's out there just living her life still, going on with her life. Eventually somebody's gonna run into her. Like SK, he did run into her. She was at Summer Jam, and he goes, I seen your lady at Summer Jam. I said, what do you mean at Summer Jam? He goes, but I was with Erica and cousin Selena. He was with my other girlfriend.
What does he drive?
He's gone, he's long
I know,
gone,
but what does he drive?
He drives he had a motorcycle for a while, like a crotch rocket. And he had a black Chevy truck and a green Caddy. Those are the cars I've known he drove since. A green Cadillac.
Okay.
Like an STS.
And he saw her at Summer Jam.
Yeah,
When's that?
I don't know, May. Summer Jam in May. Told me I seen your lady with you, but I was with your other lady. He was like, but I was with your other lady, so I didn't want to approach her and tell her what's up or nothing, you know, because she would have seen who I was with, and I was trying to hide him, just keep them separated at the time.
Okay. And he hasn't ran into her since?
No, I ain't talked to him. He's missing in action.
Yeah,
You guys are trying to find him.
That's true. But when was the last time you talked to SK?
The day after that case happened, I seen it on the news here. I was in court here. Well, his brother had the shop almost right by there.
Yeah.
So I called him, I was like, dang, did you see what happened by your brother's shop? He's like, yeah, shit's crazy, yeah. Well, he didn't, if he would have been like, yeah, shit's, you know, he would have hinted me, like, yeah, that's us, you know, kind of. But he didn't hit me like that. He's like, yeah, shit's crazy, yeah. I was like, yeah. And he didn't want to talk about it no more, so I was like, oh, whatever. And it was him. Usually he would kind of throw a little bragging out there, you know, like, kind of gangster with it, see how food be put in, you know, he'd have threw some hint and let me know it was him, but he didn't even do that. He didn't even really want to talk about it. And that's the last time I talked to him, the day right after that. I seen it on the news.
How about the word in prison? Any word with John Purcell or anybody else associated with this case being threatened?
I don't even know where John's at. I know he's in the Canyon complex, in Canyon somewhere. That's all I know.
How would you know that? Just word of mouth between...
Just through the grapevine, like other people I talk to. I'm like, yeah, the homie, me, we're all got a big old case on each other. You know, I didn't know where Roman was for the longest until just like recently. He's at Ordway. I don't like him either. I don't want to write them dudes right now until this is all done and over, and you know, you got your time, I got my everything set in stone. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to come back and say that I snitched on you or you snitched on me. I want no paper trail on us. You do you, I'll do me. If we see each other, we see each other in the long run or whatever, but I don't got nothing for you right now. When shit's done and I'm sitting down and I'm doing my time and you're doing your time, then maybe, hey, what's up, how you doing, you alright? Look how stupid we were, look at us now, 20 years later or something, you know? That's the only time I ever want to hear from him, but now I got nothing for him. You do you, I do me, we fucked up, we got ourselves in a stupid ass situation. And
what do you think should be done with Roman?
I'm so pissed off with him, but that's like my family, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw him under the bus, but then it's like, you really acted up that night, bro. I never told you to come shoot. I swear to God, honest truth, never asked you to come do that. Yeah, I asked you to come back, because it didn't look like it was over. But I didn't say these come back with a gun and shoot up the place and let's kill these dudes and go on a stupid old rampage. I said come back, these fools are still tripping, come get me, I need to be gone. No, with the woo, whatever, I hung up on him. And then Marcos is already on his way, I called him back, I'll be there in a minute, give me a minute. Oh, hurry the fuck up, man, I don't got time to be playing, either come get me or, we're serious, this is a serious matter. So he came back and he did that. I'm pissed about it because if he didn't do that, then I would have never shot, nothing would have never happened. He would have came and maybe we would have fought again, Zachary would have tried to grab me or something, I would have hit him or something, and...
Why did you grab the gun?
After the fight.
I know, why did you grab the gun? You went back in and grabbed the gun.
Just so I could have it, just in case I had to leave the scene. It's in Dez's house, I'm leaving with it. I don't want to leave that behind. Just in case if, the cops did come, I wasn't walking back. I didn't even know the cops came after that morning incident. Cops went and knocked out the door trying to see what was going on. I didn't even know that. If I knew that, I never went back to Dez's house ever again. If I knew they went looking there, and they knew my name, we went looking for Mark Montoya. Okay, I got a warrant for an escape. Obviously, they're gonna be there every day now looking for me. That's another place they could look for me. I'd have never went back if I knew they went there that day. I didn't know the cops went. Dez left, and then I left a little bit right after her.
So after the fight, you went back in.
And I grabbed it and put it in my waist.
Was it just in case he had one?
Maybe.
Did you believe that it was going to keep on escalating?
Well, when they retrieved it, I noticed, okay, I'm in the house with nothing but girls and me and John. I grabbed the gun, boom, just in case something else happens. Or just in case I gotta leave. I'm gone, I don't wanna leave it here, cops are gonna come eventually or something, If they do end up calling the cops, they come and search his house, they ain't finding nothing. There ain't gonna be no gun. I'm leaving with the gun. But when he came back to the house, and I noticed it was him standing at the door, his sister and Gentry trying to hide and block himself with the other dude standing up there, I was kinda like, all right. That's when Roman put up, so I don't know where that other dude ran. I think he ran the other way and just dipped. Right around Dez's way, like closest to the corner of Dez's. Because when he came up shooting, I didn't ever seen that dude again.
What, Zach?
They're saying there was just Zach and George. There wasn't just Zach and George, there was another couple other dudes. But right before the shooting, there was 3 of them, George, Zach, and somebody else, and the sister and the mom. While they were waiting up there, waiting for their people to show up or whatever in the yard, I'm in the house calling my people, like, come get me. Come back, this ain't over. All right, whatever, Marcos, I'll be right there. When Roman put up shooting, I never seen that other dude again. They threatened, bring whatever, they told us, meet me at the park, exactly.
Yeah.
Meet me at the park, homie, it's going down. Got something for you, whatever, bring your people, whatever,
And that's when you went and got the gun?
Why, that's when he told me that, I was like, I could just shoot you right now if I want to, bro, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, wait for your people to get out. If I want to, I will shoot you right now. But I didn't, I just had it.
Did you, when you were talking to Roman, did you let him know what they were saying?
No, I said, come back, homie, these fools are still here, they're tripping. Just come back.
Say that they're gonna go down to the park and...
I told him, come back. I didn't tell him nothing about the park. I just said, come back. I ain't gonna go to the park by myself.
Yeah.
Me and John, okay, let's go, John. No. I said, come back to the house and get me. I never told nobody to go to the park.
No, what I'm saying is if you did, during the conversation about the park and bring whatever...
I didn't tell Roman nothing. I just said, these fools are over here still tripping. Get the fuck over, you coming or not? Well, I just dipped already. Well, fuck you then. I got mad at him. You're supposed to be my cousin. You're supposed to be looking out for me. You're my older cousin, Hung up on him and I was gonna call Marcos back, but then I called Roman back. Like, what the fuck, are you gonna come or not? I'll be there in a minute.
The thing that's confused me just a little bit, maybe we haven't touched on it yet, but you called Roman to come back and you tell me that you never saw him with a gun until he showed up with a gun.
Was right shooting.
How would he even know to come up and start shooting?
I don't know. I just told him, come get me. He obviously seen them in the yard. He knows what they look like. We just fought with them right before this. I told him, come back. The fuck, come back and get me. I never told him go get no gun. I didn't even know he left.
Well, no, you mentioned to me that you mentioned to me earlier during our conversation that after the fight, Roman left, jumped the fence, got into the gray car, which is Monica's car, and drove away.
Whoa, right then and there at the time, I didn't know he left until I got back in the house. Now that I read the discovery and everything, it's all coming clear to me, like, okay, I do kind of remember him dipping and dipping, you know, maybe bouncing. But I didn't know he was leaving the whole scene, you know what I'm saying?
See, I just don't know how you can place a call to Roman to come back.
That's just his headspace. That's Roman.
But without some sort of threat, him getting a gun, stepping out, and then start shooting.
I just kind of explained to you about earlier, like how him and Caleb got into it. That's just his personality. When he gets going, I told you he gets going. When it's time to handle business, he handles business. He has people all over. That's the north side area almost. He has people. Ambrose lives on 46.
Yeah.
His other girlfriend lives on 44th on Tennyson, or T-Home.
Yeah.
He could have flew just all the way down 44th or went to Ambrose's or whatever. He could have went anywhere and got the gun. I don't know if he ever stopped. I don't know if he ever interviewed the people and they said he stopped and ran in the house or whatever. But I know he didn't have a gun on him that night until he came back. And I never told him, go get the gun, come back and shoot. Why would I want him? I could have did it myself and been gone and jumped in the car with Marcos and left.
When you initially fired up in the air, you went up the staircase.
First I was going up the stairs. Here's the stairs. There's a level we're like up there. Dad's like, no babe, don't leave. She don't want me to leave. I gotta go.
Were you behind her or?
Yeah, she's like right here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta go, Dad. No, she's kind of trying to stop me. Johnny's behind me, just like, I'm going with you. Right? And she's like, no, babe, no. Well, I'm keeping eyes on Zachary because he's looking at me and I'm looking at him. And I see Marcos over there with the car light on. Well, right when I stepped to the step, Dez is like, no, she's in front of me trying to push me back. Like, no. Boom, boom, shots. Right there. I seen headlights kind of pull up. Boom, 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 we all hit the deck kind of. I crawled up the stairs. Time I get to the top of the stairs, I look and, you know, I'm aiming. I'm about to start shooting at him. I don't know who the hell that was at first. And I noticed who it was. I stood up. Like,
was Desiree still in front of you?
She was kneeling down. She was like right here. She was trying to pull me down the stairs. Like, don't go up there. You know, I need to see what's going on. This is all involving us. You know, I got to the top. I noticed it was him. I seen the Gentry jump down into the thing. I just let the rest of the gun off. Boom, 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 boom.
When you got to the top, were you facing south?
I got to the top stairs. I kind of looked at Roman like that. I was kind of like in this, south.
Toward
southwest.
Toward the.
I kind of faced it Roman more, you know, to see what the fuck he was doing.
But your body was in a south, maybe southwest.
Like if I was just straight come up the stairs, I was west.
Yes.
Roman was a southwest. I bent the corner and kind of was like that. I seen them bending, so I just let the rest of the gun off. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, but you were facing a southerly direction. Okay, and that puts Roman facing directly east toward the complex, the front of the complex.
Yes.
Okay, he at no point was looking in your direction, pointing the gun in your direction.
Wow. After he pulled up, I don't know where he first fired. I just heard the shots. They were standing in front of my grass on, like on top of the stairs. When he shot, they took off. Woof! They took off running. The mom and them were gone already. Them three were just circling in the yard waiting for me to come out or waiting for their people to show up. Wow. He shot, they took off. Boom! I don't know where the other dude went. He must have ran that way because I didn't see nobody else run that way. I seen Zachary and I seen George kind of. Well, I hit the deck, boom. I get to top, I just see George finally jumping down. Roman looks at me kind of after the whole done thing. I kind of let it off. After I'm done letting off, he kind of, are you good? Putting his hands up out, are you good? I'm like, what the fuck? Are you good? What the fuck? Are you good? What the fuck just happened? You know, what is this all about? Are you good? I kind of asked him.
Why did you fire your gun if you knew it was Roman out there?
Just to kind of let them know, you know, I'm serious too. They know, I don't know if they knew that was Roman. I knew it was him eventually. But then when they all ran, he let it off, you know, so they heard that. So I just let some more off to let them know there's more, you know what I'm saying? Just fucking, we ain't playing, you know, don't, whatever. I didn't shoot at him, I didn't shoot them, I wasn't intending to shoot at him, but I did let the gun off in the air, I discharged the gun. Just to kind of, tough guy, you know, just, yeah, I got a gun too. Let you know.
What do you think should happen to you?
I told Jones already, I'll accept the consequences, whatever comes to me, whatever, you know. But I feel I took a part in all this, and I'm responsible for my actions. Guys are kind of thinking I'm responsible for what Roman did and what Donnie and them did. I didn't ever intentionally tell any of them what to do. They're their own man, they did what they did. Yeah, I called Roman back, but I didn't call him back for that. I called him back to get my back, not to shoot at these people. Donnie and them did their little mission on their own. I have nothing to do with that. I knew nothing about that. Markle just said his brother was shot. Who the hell shot him? The cop shot him. How? I didn't know that whole little distraction thing went on. Whatever comes at me, it comes at me, but that's why I told John, I said, if you could give me a good little deal, I know what I did, I'm willing to face some time.
Well, you do understand without placing the call with Roman, he would have never been back there. Do you
Yeah.
understand that?
Yeah, but I feel I am responsible for him. He's his own man. So if he just happened to kill somebody on the way back to the house, that was my fault too?
Well, here's the thing, we talked about something that happened back in around Thanksgiving, and you know how short a fuse he has, and he has those type of capabilities you've talked about over the last 4 hours, or 3 hours now, that he'll fight at a drop of a dime, and he's pulled guns, fired around, even with you.
But I knew for a fact he didn't have a gun that night.
Well,
I knew he didn't have a gun. You can't take no guns in the club. I seen him take his shirt off, puts on the other two shirts. How would he have a gun? I was with him when he left the club. I jumped in the
but
car.
do you not agree with me
Yeah,
that you do?
I know what he's about. That's why I told him, if these guys are still kind of tripping, come back. I didn't know he was going to come back and shoot, though. Yeah, I knew he was going to come back and be ready for whatever. I knew that, you know, okay, if these guys want to fight, they said meet at the park. Well, you need to come talk to me first, Roman, you know what I'm saying? If I called you back, then you need to come and rap to me. If I'm responsible for you, then obviously you need to come and see what it's about. I didn't just call you back just to come and shoot. I called you back because I said I needed you. I didn't say I needed you to shoot or I needed you to fight. Maybe I just needed you to get me out of there. My intentions were never to have a shootout with these people or whatever, or to shoot at them. Yeah, I am responsible for making the call for him to come back, but at the same time, I called Mark. He said to me he wasn't going to come back. And then I was like, fuck you, whatever. I hung up on him. Marcos already agreed he was going to come back. Marcos is on his way. I'm waiting for Marcos. Marcos places a call. All right, I'm outside. Cool. Right at the same time, Roman just happens to show up at the same point.
From my perspective, I want you to try to put yourself in my perspective. Okay, you say that you weren't getting ready for a gun battle with them, but yet you went and armed yourself. You placed the call.
They threatened me. Dude's coming back to the house threatening me, saying, bring whatever, meet me at the park.
But
what the fuck am I supposed to do? What are you gonna do?
Let me finish though. Okay, from my perspective, okay, you're not getting ready for a gun battle, but yet you arm yourself, you place a call to a very loose cannon that you know is a loose cannon. It sounds like he'll interpret anything as being a fight or a gun battle, and all of a sudden that's what happens.
Well, I'm on alcohol, you know, your head don't think clearly at all right there, so I ain't thinking just straight positive thoughts. Okay, I'm gonna call Roman, things are gonna go fine. You know, things are just gonna go, this dude he keeps coming back to my house, threatening me. What, dog, we fought with you, it's over, it's done, why are you coming back?
Why didn't you just leave at that point?
He didn't let me, he was outside the
But
front
you
lawn.
could, like you said, you could have gone out the back.
I wasn't really, oh, I'm gonna sneak out the back door and just run away, you know? Yeah, I should have did that as the right thing to do, but if I did the right thing, I wouldn't be here right now. I feel I did the right thing by coming back. These dudes kept coming in the house. They didn't
Actually,
let
if you would have done the right thing, you would have not escaped, did your time, and been
No,
out.
because I would never be here. We could go on for days
Yeah.
with doing the right thing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I called Roman and all that. I'm responsible for calling him and stuff. But I ain't responsible for him shooting and shooting at them or whatever. Yeah, I'm responsible. I called him back, but I didn't tell him to do that. And you can ask him, I never told him to do that. That was
Well,
never.
Okay, so would it be fair to compare it to, let's say, someone being at a bar, someone serving someone drink after drink after drink, they get into a car, they go down the road, and they kill someone in that car? Would you consider that the bartender is somewhat responsible for what happened with that person leaving?
Yeah, no. Both and both, yeah, to a certain extent. Then,
Okay,
you know.
could that be applied somewhat?
I'm agreeing with you, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm responsible. I called him to back to the scene. He told me no at first, and then he just was like, all right, I'll be there.
Okay, let's say that you
That's
called him
why I
back.
got mad
Okay,
at him.
But let's say he would've killed someone that night. Do you think that you would've had some responsibility?
I would
for it?
feel guilty because I would've been like, yeah, I called him back and I told him to come back. But I'd be kinda like, I didn't tell him to shoot though. I didn't tell him to come and kill somebody, you know? I did call him back for me. I didn't call him back to come do this yet, you know what I'm saying?
But you do understand that you
Yeah.
have some responsibility
Yeah,
for
I-
what he did that night. Just like you have your responsibility for what you did that
Yeah,
night.
yeah. But I feel what I did, yeah, I was in the wrong. But again, I kind of feel like I kind of did not the right thing, but
But see, here's the thing.
what got me to even get the gun basically was
Let me
he
get-
starts threatening. He keeps coming back to the house.
Okay,
Well,
here.
what do you do in a situation? I
Okay.
can't call the cops.
Okay, here's another thing, okay? Taking Roman out of the scenario for just a second, you also called Marcos.
He
No,
ain't
I know.
hard.
But Marcos comes back, he comes back into
The house.
the house. Ultimately, because of your initial call of bringing him back in, and because you guys are now cornered because of the police being there, a phone call is placed to the brother that ultimately comes back to the residence and tries running over a cop, and another shooting occurs. Now, if you didn't place the call to either one of them, nothing else would have happened that we know of.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, so you're kind of responsible for,
To a certain extent, I'm responsible for them. Yes, I bring them in, I initiated them into the problem.
Yes,
But when I initiated them back into the problem, I feel, I didn't give him no chain of commands. I didn't, do this, do that. I didn't give I didn't call no shot, you know what I'm saying? I just called him back to come get me. That's what my intentions were. Come back, get me. Okay, they did what I asked them, but they took it in their own will to continue going on. You know what I'm saying? To do it, they took it out.
at any point, did you try stopping them?
How am I gonna? Stop, bro! Start waving at him, or it was
Well,
too late. He
well,
kind of just did.
That's
what
what
he wanted to do.
Roman, and same thing with Marcos, when he was calling his brother and
I didn't know he was calling to do all that. I
Well-
was just like, fuck, shut your phones off. I was telling everyone shut their phones off. Shut up, just be quiet. Let's just sit here. That was my intentions. That's what it does even says. Shut your phones off. I was mad at everyone. Just shut your fucking phones off. I didn't say call your brother and tell him to come get you. I told you to come get me. Now you want to go get your brothers.
Okay. Anything else you want to add right now?
I understand. We just both got caught up in the moment right there.
Oh, that's fine.
I understand yeah, I am responsible for Roman and stuff to a certain, but you see how he acts. I put him in jail, am I responsible for him assaulting that officer then too? Can you put me in that situation? This is kind of like the same thing. I put him in this environment, he assaults this officer, I'm responsible, I guess, because I got him in here. You could say it like that too, that's how I'm kind of looking at it. But to an extent, I agree, I fucked up, you know, I called Roman, yeah. I told my lawyer, I'm willing to take any consequence or whatever, but if it's a number that I can't look at, like I told you, I'm affiliated, you know? I go to prison, they look out for me. I can't just go to prison and just be like, turn my back on them dudes, you know? Or I don't want nothing to do with you know? I told them when I do get this end, that's kind of what I am doing, but I will be there for you. You can depend on me. But if I'm not gonna be with you guys every day trying to hold your hand and eat with you and be in the mix. I'm gonna be over here trying to get my head right, be educating myself while I'm doing this time, trying to get things priority right. If I see you guys getting jumped or something, I'm gonna be there. But if I'm not there, I'm not gonna go out my way and go try to find trouble because you got beat up. I'm gonna do me. If you're in my path and something happens, then yeah. I feel, the only reason I really agreed to doing it, I wanted to take it all the way. I'm like, yeah, I'm guilty in a lot of ways, but I feel like I'm right too in some places. Anything that comes at me, I told Jones, if you give me a cool little deal or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying, something I can live with. 20 years, 15 years, I'm gonna do all of that. Yeah, I can still get out and live a life, but I'm gonna do every day of that almost, I can promise you. Because of this north side, south side, gang on gang activity in the joint. If I get that time, how can I keep a positive attitude? Just, all right, I'm gonna go do this program, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. They just took 15, 20 years from my life. I'm 23, I'm gonna get out when I'm 40. You can't think positive at all about that situation, not in no way. Ask Jones, talk to him, see what you can get me. I know I fucked up, I did a lot of wrong stuff, I'm willing to face some consequence. But if you could give me some daylight, yeah, I'm gonna do some daylight, and I promise you, if I got daylight, my name ain't gonna be being brought up. Yeah, I'm gonna go join the honor pod where all the older dudes are doing their time, just kicking back. I'm gonna just sit back and ride with them in their car. Let's go, out the mix. Work out 2-3 times a day, go on my education programs, educate myself, get a vocation going. If not, then I'm fucked, you know what I'm saying? I basically might as well adapt to the environment I'm living in and just do what I gotta do to survive. But if I got daylight and I got something I could mess with, you know what I'm saying, some time, I feel I got potential, and I've done a lot of time locked up, but I feel this is the first time that I've been slapped in the face, and it's just like, you're a fucking dummy. You've had chances to go play college ball, you know, join club leagues and all kinds of shit, and now it's just kind of kicking in on me. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, my little nephew cries for me on the phone, Uncle Mark coming home? Yeah, I'll be there. Just waiting outside and shit for me. That's the shit that's killing me right now. So, yeah, I fucked up, I did what I did, but I feel I deserve a lesser consequence, you know what I'm saying, for my actions and whatever. I'm cooperating. At first I wasn't, I was scared, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I've had more than a year to think about this whole situation, and I just feel like this is more the right thing to do now. You know,
Okay.
try to clear it all out, get it off my chest. When everything's finally said and done, it's gonna be 1,000 pounds off my shoulders, and I could go on, and I'm pretty sure you guys could do the same.
I appreciate your time. Did you want to talk to your attorney one last time before I take you back?
Yeah, please.
Okay. If you need tissue or something, put one behind you.